Hello everyone and welcome to task number 3. In this task, we are going to perform exploratory data analysis and visualization. So let's get started. If you guys remember from the previous task, is that we have been able to import our key libraries. We imported our data set as well, which is salary DF, which is my data frame. We have also went through our mini challenge, and we have been able to use the head and tail methods to visualize and print our first 7 rows and last 7 rows, and we checked out as well the maximum value within our salary data frame. Okay, so in task number 3, let's go ahead and perform some exploratory data analysis. First step, and you guys will find that I do that in pretty much every case study, is that I wanted to make sure that we don't have any null elements in our data. We don't have any missing elements, okay? So to do that, I can simply use Seaborn, and I can use heat map within Seaborn, okay, to simply go ahead and say, okay, salary underscore DF, and I'm going to apply is null. Think of is null as kind of you're asking a question. Is there any null elements in my data frame or not, okay? So that basically here, this term. And here I wanted to disable my Y tick labels. So I'm gonna set Y tick labels equals to false. I wanna disable as well my color bar. So my C bar equals to false as well. And here I'm gonna specify the color map or C map to be blues. There are tons of options. Here I just selected blues. Let's press Shift Enter and see what's gonna happen. And here we go. So what SNS.heatmap will do, it will print for us, okay, all the different features. So now I have the years of experience. Here I have my salary. And you will find that basically here, there is only one color. It's only light blue, as you guys can see here. So as long as I don't see any different color, dark color in here, that means everything is good. That means I don't have any null elements, okay? When we move, again, moving forward, and we deal a little bit with more complex data set, you will find a ton of missing elements, and you should find here darker colors, and we'll learn as well how to deal with that moving on, okay? Okay. The next step is that I'm going to apply the info method to my salary data frame, and Shift Enter. So info simply provides me with the information related to my data frame. So it's telling me that the data frame consists of 35 entries. I have 35 samples. They start from 0 up till 34. So these are the indices of my data points. If you guys remember, these are my indices here. So that's my data frame. It starts at 0 up till 34 here, okay? And then it's telling me as well that I have 2 columns. I have the number of years of experience, and I have my salary information. Here it's telling me that the data types is float 64 and the salary is int 64, integer 64. And it's telling me as well the memory usage in the memory is 688 bytes. Again, it's a very, very small data set. The next step is that we are going to use describe to print for us kind of a statistical summary of the data frame. I really like describe because it kind of give me like what are the minimum values, what are the maximum values, what are the mean, what are the standard deviation, the 25 percentile, 50 percentile, just tons of data is without doing any calculations, which is amazing. If you press Shift Enter, here we go. So as you guys can see, I have my years of experience. Here I have my salary. Here I have my count. How many samples do I have? I have 35 samples. Here I have 35 samples. Here I have the mean or the average. So on average, we have 6 years of experience. And here on average, the employees are making $83,000 a year. The standard deviation, which means the dispersion away from the mean, is around 3.6. And for the salary is around $32,000. The minimum number of years of experience is around 1 year. Maximum is 13 years. And here I have my 25, my 50%, and my 75%. And for the salary, here I have the minimum employee was making $37,000 a year, and the maximum was making around $140,000 a year. Okay, so now it's time for a mini challenge. What I want you guys to do is to please go ahead and tell me what are the number of years of experience that is corresponding to employees with minimum and maximum salaries. So what I want you guys to do is to please go ahead and try to obtain the entire rows for the employees with minimum and maximum salaries, and then I will be able to know how many years they are basically they have been working for, and that will give me kind of an indication of the mapping between the number of years of experience and the employee salaries. Please go ahead, pause the video, and I will see you guys after the challenge. All right, I hope you guys were able to figure out the challenge. What I could do, I can say max equals 2. I can go to my salary underscore data frame, and what I could do here, I can say, okay, I need to check out my salary underscore data frame, and I need to go to my salary column, and if you find basically my salary information is equals to the max, so I'm gonna say my salary underscore df. In it, I have my salary, and I say dot max. So here I'm obtaining the maximum value of the salary, okay? And basically, if you find my salary df is equals to the maximum value, please obtain for me the corresponding row. So here I'm just obtaining the entire row associated with the maximum salary. So shift enter, that's my max. Let's go ahead, press A. That will give me the max. Shift enter, and here we go. So basically, that's my data point. So when I have $139,000 salary, that was corresponding to 13.5 years of experience. Let's go ahead and do the same, but for the minimum. So we'll copy that, we'll paste it here. I'm gonna call that min. And I'm gonna go here, instead of max, I'm just gonna call it min. Shift enter, now I have my min. I can actually visualize it as well. So I'm gonna say min, shift enter, here we go. So the minimum is actually $37,000, okay? And they worked for 1.5 years. So you guys will see that it's actually a little bit, like tricky in here. So you will find that if you work only for 1.1 years, you could make $39,000. However, for some other employees who have worked more, actually have worked 1.5 years, they might be making less money. They're actually making $37,000, okay? So you will find that possibly here, maybe negotiating your salary up front, that actually can make a big difference for you guys later on. So again, you will find that moving forward, we might find, for example, that again here in general, you'll find that maybe I can work I might have 3.2 years of experience and only making $54,000, and some other one who only have 2.9 years of experience, they are making $56,000, a lot more than that. Okay, all right. So let's scroll down here. Okay, that's good. So now we answer the mini challenge. So let's go ahead and perform some data visualization. So now I wanted to plot my histogram. So I'm gonna say salary underscore df dot hist, which stands for histogram. I wanted to show the bins, so I have 30 number of bins, and here I have my figure size is 20 by 10, and the color is red. Shift enter. Here we go. So here is my distribution of my data. Again, you can't tell much out of this graph. So there's no like normally distributed data or any of that. But you can see, for example, that a lot of employees, actually have 5 employees who are making around between $50,000 and $55,000 approximately. Okay, you will find that here as well. I have around 3 employees who have the minimum number of expertise, around between 1 and 1.2, 1.3. And here again, I have around 3 employees who have between 4 and 5 years of experience in here. Okay, so that's pretty much from a very high level the histogram, very straightforward. What I could do afterwards is that I can use Seaborn to plot my pair plot. And I really like pair plot because it kind of gives me in one-stop shop all the different relationship between all the different variables that I have. So you can plot the scatter plot of every single variable in my data. So I can say SNS.pair plot, and I can feed it in here my salary underscore data frame. Let's press Shift Enter, and here we go. So as you guys can see, here I have my every single variable. So I have my years of experience, I have my salary. Here I have my salary, my years of experience, and you will find a really nice line in here, like a really nice, looks like a linear fit will be great between the number of years of experience and the salary. And you will notice that as the number of years of experience goes up, you will find that the salary of the employees goes up as well. And here you will find the histogram that we actually plotted before. But you will notice that the number of bins here are a little bit different compared to here. Here we used 30 bins. Here I'm not sure how many bins have been used, but it seems they are way less compared to this one. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead. I can say salary underscore df dot core for correlations, and that will give me my correlation matrix in here. And then I can use my heat map within Seaborn. So I can say sns.heatmap. I can feed it in my correlation matrix, and I need to specify my annotations to be equals to true. So when I say annotations equals to true, that will simply gonna show me the actual values within my matrix. Okay? If you said annotation equals to false, the annotations will be gone, and you're only gonna see the colors, but you won't see the values within the matrix. Let's press Shift Enter, and I'm gonna tell you guys what I mean by that. So here I have my correlation matrix. So it looks like I have very good, solid, positive correlations between the salary and the number of years of experience. I have almost 98, almost 1 perfect positive correlations, which makes sense only from the graph here. You will find that as the number of years of experience goes up, the salary as well goes up, which makes sense. And if you guys go ahead and set annotations equals to false, Shift Enter, you will find that here all the numbers are gone. Okay, let's set it back to true. Shift Enter. Here we go. And you will find here I have my color map. So you can get an idea of, okay, as that color basically goes darker here, you're talking about 0.98 here approximately, which makes sense. And the lighter color here is around 1, which is obviously makes sense because the number of years of experience is exactly perfectly correlated with itself, with the exact same number of years of experience as well. And now it's time for a mini challenge. What I want you guys to do is to please go ahead, do a little bit of quick search, and I want you to use regplot, which stands for regression plot in Seaborn, to try to obtain a straight line fit between the salary and the number of years of experience. Okay, so I just wanted to draw a fit, just a straight line that can fit my salary and the number of years of experience using Seaborn. I haven't covered that, but again, a quick Google search will do the trick. Please go ahead, pause the video, and I will see you guys after the challenge. All right, hope you guys were able to figure out the challenge. What I ask you guys to do is to say sns.regplot. You can call x equals to something, y equals to something as well, and I need to specify the source of my data to be my salary underscore df, which is my data frame. On the x-axis, I wanted to plot the number of years of experience. So I'm going to say years, experience, okay? And on the y-axis here, I wanted to plot my salary. So simply put, on the x-axis, I'm putting my independent variable, and on the y-axis, I'm plotting my dependent variable, which is my salary. Let's press Shift Enter, and here we go. So you will find that here I have a very nice straight line that can go through the data without leveraging any SageMaker, without using any scikit-learn or sklearn. We just use Seaborn, and it already has like a package in there that can fit a perfect straight line for my data. Okay, so that's it. That's all what I have for task number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. In task number 4, we are going to learn how to create our training and testing dataset. So please stay tuned and please enjoy AWS SageMaker practical course, and I will see you guys in the next lecture.